Thanks. All right, moving on now to the budget, which is virtually around the corner. Every day we are bringing you exclusive interviews and opinions of key players on their budget wish list. Joined tonight by Ninan, who's editor of the Business Standard. Thanks very much indeed, Ninan, for joining us. Just want to ask you very quickly, because that's the most recent dynamic, which are the rains. How is that going to play out in Pranab Babu's budget? Or will it play out at all in the budget?
Vasu, I don't think the monsoons will play a significant role in the budget. Among other things, we don't really know if the monsoons have succeeded or failed, because only the first month out of the 4-month monsoon season is over. And while it started slowly, it can still pick up momentum in July and August, which are the crucial months. And in any case, agriculture is less than 1/6 or barely 1/6 of GDP. So a slight slowdown in that will not make a big difference to the overall economic momentum, except the rural demand, which has held up a lot of sectors over the last 1 year, will slow down. But I don't think there's a budget solution to that issue as yet.
Okay, and also, Ninan, we're already starting to see some signs of revival in the stock markets. We've seen a few successful IPOs, like the Mahindra Holidays IPO, for instance. Is that, again, something which you would identify as a trend ahead of the budget, or is it too early to start signaling a turnaround in the markets?
Well, I think we can clearly see some return of optimism in the business world. We saw the stock market going up. That was driven substantially by overseas investors coming into India again. Now we are seeing companies who were strapped for cash and who were not even able to borrow money are now actually raising money in large deals, either going to the stock market with equity or raising new debt. And we've seen some big issues in the last few days, which suggests that money is flowing again, people are willing to put money out, and that does suggest a new momentum and a new attitude, new optimism. Now, I would think that if the budget can build on that optimism, it would be a great thing.
Okay, and Ninan, just very quickly in the end, the big question about the possibility of petrol and diesel prices and reducing government control on those prices, again a promise which has been hanging in the air. Is that something we're likely to see in the budget?
Well, you know, the petroleum minister announced this almost in the first week that he assumed office after the elections, when he said that he was going to take a proposal to cabinet for freeing petrol and diesel prices from government control. I think that got scuppered a bit because prices went up in the international market and they got a little nervous. But really, this is a decision that was taken 10 years ago. It was implemented briefly and then undone by successive governments. And we really should go back to free pricing of these two commodities. We're not talking about cooking gas or kerosene. We're talking about just petrol and diesel. And there is really no reason why government control should continue. And it would be a strong signal from the government of price deregulation and decontrol, and therefore more reform, if they announce that.
Okay, well, that's something to look forward to. But thanks very much indeed, Ninan, for joining us with your wish list.